Schedule compression, also known as time compression or schedule crashing, is a project management technique used to reduce the project duration without compromising the project scope. It involves analyzing the critical path and identifying opportunities to accelerate activities or add additional resources to expedite the project schedule. Schedule compression is typically employed when there is a need to meet a tight deadline or to recover from schedule delays. In this explanation, we will illustrate the concept of schedule compression through an example. Let's consider a software development project for building a mobile application. The project involves several activities, and the estimated durations for each activities are as follows. Activity A, requirements gathering, 5 days. Activity B, design, 10 days. Activity C, development, 20 days. Activity D, testing, 15 days. And Activity E, deployment, 5 days. Based on the dependencies between these activities, the critical path is A, B, C, D, E, with a total duration of 55 days. However, due to unforeseen circumstances, the project needs to be completed in 45 days instead of the originally planned 55 days. To achieve this, the project manager decides to explore schedule compression options. There are two main techniques for schedule compression: crashing and fast tracking. Crashing involves adding additional resources to activities to expedite their completion, while fast tracking involves overlapping activities that were initially planned to be executed sequentially. Let's explore both techniques in our example. Crashing technique. The project manager reviews the critical path activities to identify opportunities for resource optimization. After analyzing the project, it is determined that the most time-consuming activity is the development phase, activity C, taking 20 days to complete. To expedite activity C, the project manager decides to allocate additional resources to the development team. By adding more developers, the project manager believes it is possible to complete the development phase in a shorter time. However, there is a trade-off involved in crashing activity. The additional resources may increase the project's cost, and there may be limitations in resource availability. The project manager needs to assess these factors before implementing the crashing technique. Then we have the fast tracking technique. The project manager also explores the possibility of overlapping activities to reduce the project duration. In the original plan, activities were scheduled sequentially, one after the other. However, by carefully analyzing the project manager identifies opportunities to execute certain activities concurrently. For example, during the development phase or activity C, there are subtasks involved such as front-end development and back-end development. Initially, these subtasks were scheduled to be executed sequentially. However, the project manager determines that the proper coordination and communication between the teams, these subtasks can be performed concurrently. By fast-tracking the development phase, the project manager expects to reduce the overall project duration. After analyzing the crashing and fast-tracking options, the project manager decides to implement both techniques simultaneously to achieve the desired schedule compression. In the crashing technique, additional resources are allocated to the development phase or activity C. More developers are assigned to the project, allowing the work to be completed in a shorter time. This reduces the duration of activity C from 20 days to 15 days. The project manager ensures that front-end and back-end development activities within activity C are performed concurrently. This reduces the total duration of the development phase by eliminating the wait time between these subtasks. As a result of these schedule compression efforts, the project manager successfully reduces the project duration from the original 55 days to 45 days, meeting the revised deadline. However, it is essential to note that schedule compression techniques have their limitations and considerations. Adding additional resources can increase costs and may require careful coordination and management. Fast-tracking activities can introduce risks and potential conflicts if not properly managed. Moreover, schedule compression should be implemented wisely, considering the project's specific constraints and requirements. The project manager needs to assess the impact on quality, cost, and resource availability before making any schedule compression decisions. The schedule compression techniques like crashing and fast tracking can be valuable tools for project managers when there is a need to expedite project schedules. By carefully analyzing the critical path and exploring opportunities for resource optimization and activity overlap, project managers can reduce project durations while still meeting project objectives. However, it is crucial to evaluate the trade-offs and potential risks associated with schedule compression and make informed decisions to ensure successful